Today we're visualizing support vector machines, the algorithm that doesn't just separate data, but finds the best possible boundary with maximum confidence. This is part of the machine learning algorithms playlist. Given two classes, infinitely many lines can separate them. You could draw the boundary here, or shift it there, and it still works. So which one should the model choose? SVM picks the boundary with the maximum margin, the one that stays as far away as possible from the closest data points on both sides. That distance is your safety buffer. A larger margin means better generalization. The model is more confident on unseen data. A wider margin doesn't just feel safer. It's mathematically proven to reduce generalization error. That one idea is the entire foundation of SVM. That boundary is called a hyperplane. A line in 2D, a plane in 3D, a hyperplane in higher dimensions. Defined by a weight vector, W, and a bias B. The sign of W dot x plus B tells you the class. The magnitude tells you the confidence. Here's the key twist. Not all points matter. Only the points closest to the boundary. Called support vectors. Define the model. Move any point, nothing changes. Remove any other training point, and nothing changes about your model. Move a support vector, the boundary shifts. The entire model depends on just a handful of critical examples. That's what makes SVMs memory efficient at inference time. Real data is messy. Perfect separation rarely exists. This is where soft margin SVM comes in. It allows controlled mistakes using slack variables. The parameter C decides the penalty. High C strict, risk overfitting. Low C tolerant, wider margin, better generalization. That's your bias variance trade-off built directly into the algorithm. What if no straight line works? SVM uses the kernel trick. Mapping data into a higher dimensional space where separation exists without explicitly computing that mapping. RBF kernel gives flexible curved boundaries. Polynomial adds bends. Linear keeps it simple. With the right kernel, SVM handles simple and complex patterns alike. The loss function is hinge loss. Far from the boundary, zero loss, inside the margin or misclassified. Penalty grows linearly. SVM minimizes this through convex optimization. One guaranteed global optimum every time. No local traps. That theoretical guarantee is something most other algorithms simply cannot offer. The dual form replaces dot products with kernel calls. That's how the kernel trick enters the optimization cleanly. SVMs shine in high-dimensional spaces. Text, genomics, image recognition. Anywhere features outnumber samples, SVM often dominates. The weakness is speed. Training scales as O squared. Above 100,000 samples, it gets slow. You must also tune C, gamma, and kernel carefully. For tabular data, try XGBoost first. For large unstructured data, neural networks are the right tool. One non-negotiable rule. Always standard scalar your features. SVM is purely distance-based. Raw magnitudes will destroy your results. Use grid search heavy to tune. Set class _ weight to balance for imbalanced data. Apply SHAP for explainability. Insklearn. svc.fit. Switch kernels with a single parameter. That's it. Quick comparison. Small datasets. SVM equals random forests and accuracy. Training speed. Random forests win. Interpretability. Decision trees win. High dimensions. SVM dominates. The takeaway is straightforward. No single winner. Choose based on your specific data and constraints. That's support vector machines. Not defined by all the data. Only by the most critical few. The widest margin. The cleanest boundary. If this helped, hit like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.